Yes. Hello, everyone. It is a story that I lived, and all of our lives are connected by stories. So you can get inspired by a story. You can see your life as a story. And my story started when my mom decided to call me Aurimas, which means the one who cannot stay calm ever. So every time my mom's friends meet her and haven't seen her for 20 years, they ask, how is he? Is he in prison? Where is he? What's wrong with him? What happened? But no, I'm kind of okay. But all my life I was always rebelling, I was always rambling, I was always looking, I was always challenging things. I was always trying to change the world. How many of you have tried to change the world? Okay, nice. How many of you have tried to change yourself or relationships that you've been into, your organization, your boyfriend, your girlfriend? And how many of you have failed? At least once. Nice. Yeah, I've been there everywhere, and I will concentrate more into maybe the world. How do you change the world and what happens when you do it alone? So the story of my rambling is that I've been to 3 universities, dropped out of all of them because I didn't like it. I went to 5 Danish folk high schools to see what learning could be other way. And then a friend of mine told me about Kaospilot, an alternative business school where you learn by doing, you learn by working in a group, and you learn with hands-on experience from real business, real experience. But the reason which made me really come there was the community. I didn't want to do business, I didn't want to do events, but like the feeling of the people in there, the closeness, the laughter, the jokes, I wanted to be part of that community. And I remember the first day when I entered to the school, I saw a big poster saying, one person with his thoughts, ideas, and actions can change a lot of things in the world. We're looking for 35 this year. Yeah, so I decided, why not joining them? By being a Kaospilot, I was always thinking someone should do something like that in Lithuania, but not me. Someone, do it. Like, I'm just exploring, I'm not ready. And once I was working in England as a process consultant, and what struck me, I was asking people, the whole school, 2,000 students, 300 staff, teachers, principals, assistants, parents, police, what is your dream school? How would you feel in it? How would you connect to your classmates? How would you connect like horizontally, classmates to classmates, and vertically, teachers, students, principals? And the interesting thing was that everyone came up with the same dream. Like, everyone wanted the same thing. So I got surprised, like, how come everyone wants nearly the same thing, but in reality they're fighting and hating each other? And at that moment I was sitting at the bench outside, watching the kids, watching the future running around and playing, and I thought, this is the future, and I mean, they all have beautiful dreams. How can we help them to move together? Maybe the world doesn't need another Ken Robinson saying what is wrong and how it should be. Maybe we just need someone to help them get connected and to move together. But again, I thought, maybe this could be my thing, maybe not. I still didn't feel really ready. I was studying here and there, and I remember coming back to Lithuania in 2012. I was the one hating Lithuania. I was the one always thinking that change is not possible in Lithuania, in my own country. I was stuck in my stereotypes, and I went to the school conference called Mokykla 2012, School 2012. And actually, there the big shift happened, and actually one of the persons who is guilty for that is sitting there, Mindaugas, and they were running a workshop. And I remember it's an organization called What's in Sue, and they were running a workshop, and they asked us to get in groups of 6 groups of 2, teachers and students together, mix of different people, and at that moment I was thinking, oh damn, this is not gonna work. Like, look at the teachers, very old-fashioned, very old-minded, they're not gonna change. But I thought, okay, I'll try it, because I was so stuck in stereotypes. But when I really got there, when I really stood in those people, so the idea was that one person is telling a compliment and the other is listening. So I finally forced myself to look through the stereotypes. I saw the wrinkles in their faces. I saw tears running down. I saw people who have never heard thank you for 20 years, people who have never heard compliments ever. I've heard them thanking me for being a young person and coming back to Lithuania. And at the same time, I felt guilty because I wasn't coming back to Lithuania was just for holiday. I felt guilty that I want to travel and see the world and go to Colombia, England, do this, do that, kind of. I felt really like a shame, and also something really cracked in me. Something really cracked in me that there is a need in my own country, which I couldn't see, which I couldn't support, which I was always complaining. There is something bigger, and people ask me like, could you stay? Could you stay just for a while and do something here, enough of learning? And the big shift happened in my head when I thought, okay, I'm parking my own dreams, I'm parking my traveling and salaries and nice life in Scandinavia. I want to contribute to my country, which is changing, which is having a big need here and now. Yeah. And the beauty happens. You don't know when, only when you look back, that life starts changing, when your purpose shifts from you to something else, that you want to contribute a bit, like to a better living of your own country, of your nation, of the world. It's also something what happened with me through the Kaospilot while I was a student. It's because before that I was only seeing the unacceptable presence and future and complaining about it. But what I learned is if you switch it around and you start seeing the possible potential of what could happen, if you could look of that potential sleeping of the people, of the dreams, and that hurts much more than I mean just complaining. Because seeing the beauty which can emerge and by some reason it is not there, you want to help it. And kind of you realize if no one is doing it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to help the people and the beauty to start happening. But I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. I said, I'll try. That not knowing actually made a huge step in my life, because I started talking to people. I started going to other workshops. I started mingling. I started asking of what is happening. How is Lithuania? How was my country all the years that I've been away? And I also started prototyping, running workshops myself. And at the same time, I realized lots of things about myself. I was doing research. So if you know Myers-Briggs typology indicator test, I found out that I'm a total ENFP, which means extrovert, intuition, feeling, and perceiving. That means ideas, network connection, very bad at follow-up. And I realized I need a crew with me. I need someone to help me work. Alone, I cannot do much. Yes. So playing around, fooling, kind of in a way drowning. But then I went to Netherlands, and Netherlands to one workshop called Idea Learning, which helped me a lot. It helped me a lot because I met people having the same dream. I met people who were supporting my dream, and it helped me a lot. Just one model. The reason I'm using model, it's not because it's important, but it helps me to realize my story, and it could help you to realize your story. So I'm just going to share that model with you. It's a very simple one called paradigm shift. So the paradigm shift is that when the old system is living, at some point something starts not working and it starts going down. Economy, education, whatever you call it. And at this place, you get the innovators. You get the first innovators starting to do stuff. Experimenting, very often they go down because it doesn't work. And no one wants to jump here from the old system. They don't want to jump because this is too dangerous. At some point, you're going to get lots of innovators, but not really connecting. I mean, they start talking, in a way connecting, but not working together. And later on, those innovators, they join their forces together. And they become a community that learns from each other. They support each other, we learn, and they start co-creating the new future, new prototypes, and only then the old system jumps forward. The reason why I'm telling you is because when I was in Kaospilot, I felt that I was here. I felt that I was in a group, we can do a lot, we can change the world, we can do stuff. But when I came back to Lithuania, I was, boom, back. Back to the spot, you're the only one, you're too weak, you cannot do it, you cannot change it. It's kind of, what should I do? Look for friends. Simple as that. So I started looking for friends, for people, and talking. And by talking, simple things happen. Like when you communicate a lot, when you talk and listen, you find out your purpose. You also find out what is common in between you. How can you work together? And From there on, you can start moving. So you need to communicate to find the commonalities to become a community, so you can move together. So I was talking a lot, and talking to one of my friends called Rigodas, and we were drinking a beer in the pub downstairs, and I said to him, Rigodas, like, I draw him a model, and I said, like, the problem of all the workshops in Lithuania is that people talk, like I do now, talk, and the others all have to listen. But it's really difficult to listen when you cannot express yourself. I don't feel heard, I don't feel seen, and I'm forced to sit and listen. So the idea is very, very simple. The idea is that, I mean, you have to talk, let go, and then listen to connect, and only then we can start working together. So again, yeah, and since then when I understood that model, I didn't want to do workshops or lectures, and in a way I'm doing it now. So in a way, because I see it's a bunch of people, great people, you have huge potential. I'm not sure how many of you know each other, but I would like just to turn to each other and introduce your names and say 3 things which you like about each other. Just now in the TEDx. So your name and 3 things that you like, and try to find something similar if you have something similar. Nice. That is exactly the atmosphere I would like to hear. It's the excitement, the talk I hear, the connection, the smiles, the everything, the both-way communication, and yeah. And for me, it's a very good indicator that you don't want to stop. And I encourage you, like, don't stop, especially at the break time. Go and mingle. Look for things that are common. Look for things of share your dreams. See if you can connect on them. So my realization was, enough of lecturers, enough of theories, enough of stuff, enough of all that. People are good enough, and enough of all that. People are good enough with tools and theory and knowledge. We have it all. But do we know the people resources that we have? Do we really know each other, our friends, our classmates? Do we know the talents, the skills they have? Do we know what our teachers are capable of, our parents? And the only way we can find it out is by communicating, by talking. I mean, you got such a vibe just in 30 seconds, and maybe most of you didn't know each other. Imagine if we could all communicate more and find the common purposes between ourselves. So that's how it started with me and Rigo, that we started talking and sharing and doing. And it goes very simply. It always goes very simply. So you start on the need, you start what you don't like, what is happening, and if you both find the thing that you hate or don't like, it's an actual need. It's not the thing that I want to do something for myself or I want to get $1 million, but if we don't like public transport or we don't like education, we both agree on it, and there are 5 people agreeing on it, it's a real need. So you start to clarify that need, which you see, which your friend sees, which you both see. You also start dreaming, so you're trying to find a purpose, and a purpose bigger than yourself. You're trying to find a purpose. I want that Lithuania would be a country where people would talk and hug, and they would co-create lots of great stuff and businesses. So you start dreaming and co-creating a purpose. You start looking for other people who have similar dreams, who have similar purposes, who see the same need, who are willing to put action into something bigger. And what happens is that you get connected, not because someone is helping me to get 20 million liters, or to become the education consultant, or to become someone else. We're connecting because there is someone higher than we are, like the purpose higher than we, and we start working together. So it's very simple. Like there are 4 steps, kind of, to make it really simple. I say, find your purpose. So find your unique purpose is step number 1. Then the second step is clarify it, and you clarify it by talking to other people, because they force you. They ask you what is it exactly that you want to do. So you help to clarify him, and he helps to clarify you, and you're sharing and talking and connecting. And then the first step is very simple. You just need to find a project where you can try it out to go for your purpose. Find a project. And the fourth one is very, very simple, which we forget a lot, is ask for help. There is a saying, I think it's a Native American saying, it's kind to ask for help. And actually the person who cannot ask for help, he cannot be trusted. So what I want you, for the end, to think, what is your dream purpose, the life you want to live? Not the car, the apartment, the money you want to have, but what do you want to change in your country? What do you want to change in Europe? What life do you want to live? Who do you want to work with? Who do you want to wake up and talk and do stuff together? What could be the project that you would love doing every morning? And who can help you? So yeah, shift from I to we, and then life becomes much easier and much more fun. Thank you.